Hey, hey, hey. Time for another Out of This World story from rSpace. Sometimes wealth isn't about money. Life must be rich and full of loving. It's no good otherwise. No good at all for anyone. Today on our lounge, true wealth is not of the pocket, but of the hearth and of the mind. Wife cheated with a wealthy investor and justified she was learning personal finance. I never thought I'd be sharing this on Reddit, but I need to get this off my chest. My world has been turned upside down and I don't know who else to turn to for advice and support. Here's a story of how my wife cheated on me with a wealthy investor and tried to justify it by claiming she was learning personal finance. Let me start from the beginning. My wife, 36 female, and I, 39 male, have been together for 7 years, married for 5. We've had our ups and downs, like any couple, but I thought we had a strong foundation built on trust and love. We both had regular jobs, and while we weren't rich, we were comfortable and happy. About a year ago, my wife, let's call her Anna, began showing an unusual interest in personal finance. She started reading books, watching YouTube videos, and even attending seminars on this topic. I was supportive of her newfound passion. I thought it was great that she wanted to improve our financial situation and secure a better future for us. To be honest, I have no idea about finance. Apart from basic investments like mutual funds, I had no idea about investing. Even for mutual funds, I just know a very superficial concept about it and nothing in detail. In fact, I don't even invest in that part from a mandatory tax saving scheme. I'm from a marketing background and very limited exposure to finance. Even for tax and exemption, I refer to my tax consultants as most of us do. With the new age finance influencer rising on social media, Anna also got interested in learning about it. She wanted to learn about the stock market and cryptocurrency. The stock market is something that still makes sense to me because it has been in the market forever. But crypto is way beyond my understanding. Initially, I did join Anna for a few virtual seminars, but the concept was just so alien to me. All these were going fine until she began spending more and more time with a wealthy investor she had met at one of these seminars. Let's call him D. She claimed D was a mentor who was teaching her the ins and outs of investing and wealth building. The mentoring concept is on the rise in America. Every other person these days claims to be a mentor. She also eventually stopped contributing money to the household expenses. She said she was investing money in our future, so I should not crib about it. I let her do so because I trusted her. I single-handedly managed all of the household bills. I didn't think much of it, but as weeks turned into months, the relationship started to raise some serious red flags. Anna began spending an excessive amount of time with D, often late into the night. Her reason was that she was having a day job, so evening was the only time she could spare for her passion. When I expressed my displeasure, she got defensive and belittled me for my limited understanding of investment. She mocked me, saying that one day she will make us rich and then I will regret not supporting her. I was supporting her by all means. I tried not interfering as much as I could, but when she was clearly displaying the red flags, I had to be alert. She also started dressing differently, more provocatively, but I didn't bring up the topic. I had never commented on her choice of clothes before, so this time as well, I kept quiet. But she began neglecting our relationship, so I confronted her about my concerns. As usual, she brushed them off, saying she was doing this to secure our future. So, I should be supportive and not judgmental. Slowly, I started being cold to her because I was doing the heavy lifting in the relationship alone. I thought she would notice the change in my attitude, but she didn't. She was too busy learning the investment game that she forgot I existed. We were no more than housemates and barely spoke unless it was something important. We didn't even get to see each other often, though living in the same house. After her day job, she went out for a seminar, or for her mentorship class. One evening, I was passing by the seminar hall where her mentor D used to conduct the supposed finance class. Something urged me to go inside and check out the seminar. When I went in, I saw there was a very different event going on. I asked the security staff about D's company's seminar and if it happened every day. He told me it doesn't happen regularly, and the last seminar happened months ago. When I came out, I saw a few young men wearing t-shirts with the name of the finance influencer. I approached them and got to know that they were pitching everyone to join the finance masterclass. I took all the details from them. The seminar was conducted by the influencer himself every 2 to 3 months, but the mentorship classes were taken by mentors like D in cafes. They also said it was not a daily class, but a weekly one, and the timing was 7 to 9 p.m. Anna used to come home not before midnight. I took the details of the cafe and left. The next day, I asked Anna if she had a class that day. She gave a curt reply, "I have classes on all the days." I said nothing. According to the details I gathered in the last day, the class was only on Saturdays, and that day was Thursday. After my work in the evening, I dropped into the cafe and saw her sitting intimately close to D, his hands on her waist and his lips on her cheeks. They were whispering into each other's ears. My heart sank as I watched them exchange flirtatious glances. I stood at a distance to give myself enough time to absorb what I was seeing. I tried to capture some video clips because she would come up with the BS like it was nothing like that. I stood there until they were in a more intimate act. He was licking her ears and doing all sorts of nuances. I recorded it all. When they were about to kiss, I went and sat at their table opposite of them. Anna froze while the affair partner was confused. I said I was her soon-to-be ex-husband, and he chuckled. Anna said that she could explain, and I said, "Go on." She said it was a one-on-one mentoring session. I was like, "Yeah, sure. He was mentoring you by lip to lip." The affair partner left the table, laughing at the situation. His attitude was that of a player. I asked Anna up front if she had slept with the affair partner. She said yes, but it was only a part of the investing deal. What kind of deal was that? She tried to justify it, saying that it was all part of her personal finance education. She claimed that D had promised that she would be able to make huge money after completing the classes and doing what he had asked her for. And what did he ask her for? To sleep with him? She said yes. I knew she was trying to. I asked him to save her face by just giving any random excuses. I played along for some time. I asked if she did it forcefully. She said no. It was consensual. I told her she enjoyed it. She said she didn't, but did it only once to secure our future. I lost my mind at this and yelled at her. Who gave her the responsibility of securing our future? I told her she didn't need to think about mine. I could do it all for myself. I shouted at her so hard that people glared at us from nearby tables. I stood up and left the cafe. She followed me outside and tried to hold my arms. I shrugged her off and said she can go F her mentor and doesn't need to come to my home. I came back home devastated. My trust in her was completely shattered, and I couldn't believe that she had used the guise of learning personal finance to mask her infidelity. A few minutes later, Anna arrived. She said it was not for fun. She slipped into his pants just to learn the tricks of money making. I asked her to leave the house. She pleaded with me that it was not cheating. She had no feelings for the affair partner. It was just a part of the business. I don't know what kind of business she was up to. I told her there was no point banging her mentor to learn personal finance. She could earn the actual money by doing so. She got angry at me and said she would prove me wrong. She said I was too rudimentary to understand this modern concept. She got into that mode of, I will show you how much I can earn. I'm getting into influencer marketing and all. You fools cannot understand the importance of investing at an early age, and blah blah blah. She also told me that I'd retire with no money and just take the state pension, while she would be a billionaire by then. And then I would regret this mistake. I told her she could do whatever she wanted, but not while with me. She packed her stuff and left. 2 days later, on Saturday, she came back. I was lying on the couch surfing something. She looked at me and said, "No, I'm not here to plead with you or say sorry. I'm going to take my remaining stuff." I didn't respond. She took everything and drove off. She was clearly unremorseful of her actions. She chose her cheatings over our relationship. We don't have any substantial wealth to fight about, so I'm guessing it should be smooth. But let's see. We'll update once all these 3 things are over. Wow, she literally said she cheated on you for the relationship. What a joke. I'm so sorry, OP. It was never about the finances. It was always about AP. He was sure giving her some lessons, all right. Yikes. What she isn't learning is how to invest in a long-term relationship. Update 1. Thanks for all the support and advice, Reddit. I just wanted to have a quick update about my divorce. Nothing much has happened apart from the divorce, so it would be a good short update. A lot of people commented that Anna was not even close to learning personal finance. It seemed more like a scam than an investment, honestly. I don't know much about it. But one thing is for sure. For anyone who promises quick money and double, triple returns, there is something wrong with that. Money making in a genuine way is not a cakewalk, but it doesn't happen overnight. Nonetheless, it's not my problem anymore. My divorce was finalized last week. It was pretty smooth. As I said, I don't have any huge wealth that she would have fought over. The house in which we lived was a rental condo. In terms of alimony, she earned almost equal to me. Also, she was the one who cheated, so I wasn't entitled to pay the alimony. The joint account was closed and the money was split between us. We have no children, so there was no question of child support. Thank God we don't have children. It would have made the situation so complex. Now, I get why so many Americans are against having children, because of this uncertainty. Anyways, it's not as easy as it sounds. I'm yet to move on from her cheating. She has been telling everyone that I would go back to her begging for reconciliation when she becomes rich after learning the personal finance risks. I said good luck. She told everyone that the reason of our divorce was that I was being insecure about her progress. She labeled me as controlling, jealous, and whatnot. I listened with a smile as much as I could, and I showed everyone the video I had recorded of her cuddling with a affair partner. She was hiding her face after that. Common friends were quick to change their allies. The last I heard about her, she was living with her mom during the divorce period. She is definitely not remorseful of what she had destroyed. I don't know if she is really learning personal finance or investing, or if it was just an excuse for slipping into AP's bed. If she was successful in sorting her finances, good for her. I don't want any such kind of money which involves infidelity. By the way, recently, I have also started watching a lot of videos on investing. I may be jumping to the conclusion too fast, I don't know, but I think there are ample free videos online that give enough information for beginners. I highly doubt that you need a mentor for this. It is something you can self-examine. Right now, I'm trying to distance myself from any conversation which involves her. It was draining me mentally. I have picked up my hobby of painting to keep myself distracted. I have joined a fitness club to shed some extra calories. I'm focusing on eating healthy and keeping alcohol in check. I was drinking too much during the pre-divorce period and have gained a lot of extra pounds. I'll up the list if anything progresses. It's a smart move to keep yourself distracted and busy from all the drama, OP. You're making the right moves. And you're right. Why would you want to go back to her after all this that she's done to you? She's absolutely delusional. All that she's gaining from this is bad karma. Update 2. Hello people, I have an interesting update this time. First of all, thanks for all the support and the relevant links regarding investment knowledge. It was really helpful. As you all commented, it was not a finance class. It was a scam. So true. The highlight of this update is Anna got scammed. Remember that fiancé influencer who was holding seminars? It turned out that he was a scammer. He duped people with their hard-earned money, promising them heavy returns. Anna was also investing some 30% of her income in that scheme to get heavy returns. Not only that, I heard she had sold some of her solid assets, like her family heirloom diamond ring and her platinum necklace, to get all into the investment game. It looks like everything was just a scam. The influencer is on the run while his teammates, including the affair partner, D, have been arrested, and the investigation is on. After this news came out, Anna was mocked by everyone whom she had boasted about her upcoming riches. She was rubbing her new profound knowledge on everyone's faces and belittling everyone who had limited investment knowledge. After this news, all those people who were mocked by Anna are targeting her and making fun of her, obviously. One of the common friends told me that she had blocked most of the people who were mocking her. She also has dedicated her social media account because people were tagging her in the post about that finance influencer. She was advocating for him, so yes, people would do that to her. You should not blow the trumpet before the victory, and that's what she had been doing all this while. For me, I have progressed quite a lot. I have shed the extra calories. Now I'm into muscle training, and I like it. As I said, I've picked up painting brushes once again, and it feels really good. I have not rushed into dating yet. It is not about getting over the past. I'm just not ready for it. Thank you for all the support. Of course he was a scammer. He scammed his way right up into her. Update 3. Things took a very drastic turn last month. Just a week after my last update, I got a visitor. Yes, it was Anna. She looked miserable. She said that she was scammed. A affair partner and his fraud influencer boss had duped hundreds of people and fled with their money to a different country. Wasn't a affair partner arrested according to the last update? I asked her, and she said no. A affair partner and a few other so-called mentors were the close aides of the influencer, and they were able to flee just at the right time. The other team members were detained in the absence of the main culprits. I asked her if she had come to me because a affair partner had fled. She said no, she loved me. She insisted that we sit and talk. I reminded her that we were already divorced, so there was no point in having any conversation. She was like, I have already been punished by karma. I've lost so much money. I lost all the respect. People are mocking me, making fun of me. You came out victorious from this situation. What else do you want? What else do I want? I want peace. I wanted her away from my life, and at that moment, I wanted her out of my house. That was what I wanted. She went on to say, now that you know there was nothing between me and D, we can get back together. If there were anything, he would have taken me with him, right? I said no. He would not have taken you because he had many chicks like you, sleeping with him to learn some stupid money-making tricks. He can't take all of his whores, right? She pleaded with me for reconciliation, saying that she was not involved in any kind of emotional relationship with the affair partner. She got swayed away by the thought of becoming rich overnight. I told her the patch-up was not on the table. I had moved on a lot by then, so her pleading did not affect me at all. Had she pleaded with me when her affair got exposed, I might have thought about forgiving her. I don't know, but after seeing her true colors, I'm not a fool to trust her again. She came back to me when she lost everything. She was still mocking me while leaving the house, and during the divorce proceedings, she wasn't remorseful. Now, when she had lost everything, she came to me? Unbelievable. I told her to leave because I had to go out to my fitness class. She said that I looked much younger and fit and asked if I was dating someone. I told her it was none of her business. She started crying that I was being rude to her. I told her that she should thank me for being civil to her and listening to her. After what she had done to me, she shouldn't be allowed inside my house. I was still a very polite man who entertained her. She held my hands and kept saying sorry. I told her crying and begging didn't mean anything to me now. I used to love her dearly, but now I have moved on from that feeling. She left after I turned cold toward her pleadings. A few days later, her mother called me and asked me if we could meet. I asked her the reason. She said it was something urgent and important and could not be discussed over the call. I went to meet her the next day for coffee. She apologized on behalf of Anna. I hugged her and told her it wasn't her fault. She did not need to say sorry. She had always been sweet to me, even during the divorce proceedings. She didn't badmouth me, unlike Anna. She asked me if I could reconcile with Anna because she had been very remorseful on her act. She was always crying and slipping into depression. She said she feared that Anna might turn suicidal because she had lost all of her savings, part of her monthly salary, and some precious jewelry pieces, the ones I mentioned in the previous updates. I didn't know Anna had lost her savings as well. Anna was always in savings mode, and I know for sure she had no less than $100,000. Losing such a huge amount of money can make anyone mentally ill. I asked her how her patch-up was going to help her cope with the depression of money loss. She said Anna really loved me, and at the time, when she had lost everything, she could at least be happy that she had you in her life. I'll be honest here, I did feel bad for Anna. I also got slightly inclined towards considering the reconciliation, but it was for a brief moment. I quickly bounced back on my decision of not having her back. I told her I could not do this. I didn't love her anymore. It was again a cycle of crying and pleading to save her daughter from depression. I stood firm on my decision and told her to take Anna for therapy. She needed counseling more than a husband. Ex-mother-in-law was disappointed that I turned down her request, but understood my point. There was one more thing that would have further disturbed Anna, and that was about my investment journey. I followed some of the genuine finance YouTubers who really helped me understand the concept of personal finance and investing at macroeconomic and fundamental levels. That knowledge helped a lot in building my portfolio. And guess what? I'm already sitting at a substantial profit. I've gotten into the stock and bond market as well. Crypto trading is still beyond my understanding, and I don't want to get into unknown territory. I'm not rushing into things. I'm learning one thing at a time. Learning about the stock market has also affirmed my belief that money making is not an overnight thing. It needs patience, also courage. I'm hoping to come out of this stronger. For dating, I think I'm still not ready for it. Thanks all for the love and support. You'll have many riches in life, OP, and wealth won't be the only one. You should be extremely proud of yourself, OP. You've only learned that wealth isn't everything. But it was far too late for that. Wishing you all the best, OP. You will come out of this stronger. You're already miles ahead from when you started. What do you make of this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining us today on rSpace. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Tune in next time.